Hey, welcome back. So this is a little strange. We're in 1.15.2 pre-release, which just came out. And I'm curious, for one thing, apparently we need to take a nap really fast. I don't know when I'm not sure when we slept last. I do have technically a couple backups of this at this point. I've got, let me get somewhere safe. I always have a backup that just, is map name copy. It's like standard. It happens if you copy it. But then I've also got map name. I'll show you in a sec. Take a nap before monsters crowd in. They do that sometimes. Actually here. Oh, nuts. Okay. Basically I've got this sitting back here where I can, get to it. So in addition to this, I've got the map we're actually playing, then a backup of that. So probably a good idea if you're going to play with a pre-release, which, by the time this comes out, 1.15.2 is likely to be out anyway. This will be in a couple of weeks, like going to be like February the 4th, I think. Reason I wanted to do it, I never much looked at 1.15 before it came out. We started this map on the day it was released. So a lot of what I might or might not know about it, even to date, has been rumors. And one of the rumors that goes back and forth is that if you're in a flower forest, and here we are, a given tree has a chance of like 5% to have a beehive on the side of it. Which is fine, except I don't think we got one here. Unless this was already mapped out, so it's not likely to have changed. I've never just seen a beehive in here. So my assumption is that we don't have that ready in the world. However, there was a rumor, and now it's a little strengthened by the release notes for this, 15.2. If we... Actually, I don't even need to do that necessarily. If I got down here without dying... we should have birch saplings. I think you can use birch or... I'm not even sure. Again, it's all rumors. I know birch is safe. We'll do that. I think oak works, and it's possible that a couple other trees now are going to work. Oh, incidentally, unrelated to anything, I was lurking, and I guess an Enderman went ahead and redecorated for us. All the sheep have walked out of there. We do still have that guy, though, so yeah, that's fine. Let me find a birch sapling real quick. So we should have... I'll just grab that much. So as I understand it, which again is all theory, no practice, I haven't actually seen this happen. I haven't even looked... I'd like probably Sliced Lime by now has probably got a video out about the pre-release, how you do it, but... generally... what I understand is if you were in a flower forest, and here we are, and had like that, I think it can be any flower. I'm going to assume that for now. If I plant this here, and it's like a 5x5 by something, but I know that therefore this will work, or, it should. If I plant that there, probably find some bone meal so I can make this happen a little sooner. We can, there's other things, but as far as I know, if it's a birch tree within a flower forest next to a flower like that, 1 in 20 should have a beehive. It's basically, that's the simple numbers. There's more to it, but I don't know what the more to it is. There's a couple of bones. There's no bones, so we might want to get... we have bone meal. I don't know where the hell it is. We got a lot of stuff. I don't know where it is. But it might be worth knowing. And of course, well, so far as I know, the tick rate is advanced a bit. It's up to like 40 instead of 3. So this might, eventually it'll grow on its own anyway, but I might as well help. Give me this, give me this, give me a tree. Alright. somewhere on the side of this could be, but isn't, a beehive. So, you know, that's something to consider. Just give me this. Grow another tree. Okay, that's so not what I wanted, thanks. Kill a duck. Oh, what the hell? I ran a bone meal.
I'm going to, trying to think of where, the witch spawner.
That would have a lot of bones, yeah.
I guess I'll be right back.
It's 3 kilometers from here, but go ahead. I don't see a beehive, so I think we're not getting that right now. 18 to go. No, it's just, I don't know, random number, kind of. You know what, let me, when you get back here with your, well, let me plant this. When you get back here with your bone meal, you can help. I'll just have the saplings, you can have the, in fact, if I'm going to do it that way, you can have the bone meal and we'll just go back and forth on it.
Alright.
You're going through the nether, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That will help.
I figured it was safer in case you needed to sleep.
I guess it's possible, but it's just barely noon. I think, is it? No, it's just afternoon. It's about 12:30-ish. Doesn't matter. Yeah, as far as I know, it doesn't matter what kind of flower is next to this. I guess I could wonder about that. But I would think that, like, that looks like the kind of thing that should be next to it. I don't think it matters, but we'll just try it. And I don't think it matters if there's other flowers near it either. It's just got to be somewhere near. That's why it's a flower forest thing. You know, typically. There's other biomes it works in, but I think plains is one of them, which, you know, is... I don't know if it's like the most common biome in terms of square meters, but it's certainly the one you always see. So I don't know. Flower forests are relatively... got one. And it has a bee in it. So I know one thing, or I don't know, but I think, not that. One thing that's been changed is if you do this, and I'm going to label these, Silk Touch. So there's no bees in there now, I think. Again, I don't know a lot about this. Oh, I was wrong. So like they do that and then go back in there. If I take this down with Silk Touch, arguably they, you know, reportedly they won't attack me right now. I'll try it. We'll get more. Two tags, which might mean there's a bee in it. If the thing itself is, well, I don't know. It's just how it might be. I really know nothing about all this, except that if I chop it down and regrow it now, 1 in 20 will give me another beehive. Which, I don't know what happens to these bees exactly, if they're not stinging me and therefore dying, because that's what happens if they sting you. They might hang out and hope they get another beehive someday to go into. But yeah, with beehives, we should be able to build a relatively simple kind of... Oh, a little... it's not a terrarium, what is it? It's German... damn. Flower box thingy, a little greenhouse. Where, you know, with with beehives in it, don't even have to be against a tree, I don't think. And flowers for them to go out and just pollinate as a hobby, and then they go back. And within the beehive, they manufacture honey at that point. To, I don't even, can you hit these? Because my axe has Silk Touch, it doesn't really matter now. I've already scuffed my pickaxe, so I guess I don't care. But yeah, if we can get more, if we can get more, well, you can also, you need something from the beehive to do it, I think, I'm not sure. You can build an artificial beehive of some kind that they will use, but you still need the real one to transport the bees into the area you're going to be playing with. So if that one is there, was there a, there's another, I think. Is that 2? I saw 3 at once at one point. I think one of them is still in the beehive, so it's in my pocket because that would make sense.
It would be in your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw 2 at once here. Okay. So I think probably, I don't know anything about it. They're dripping stuff, so I kind of wonder if they had a thing to go into, that's what they would do. Like, arguably, I could just set the one I have down. Which, I guess I'm not busy. You know. Well, if I get another one, great. If not, then I don't know. I also want to test. Will you just go in there, or does it have to be on a tree? And where are you?
Should not have chosen to fly home.
So that one went in, I think. And then oh, neat, I got a thing. I don't know what that means, but I got a thing. 2 tags, because it was not about what's full. Talk to me about that. What's, not achievements. What do you think that... I don't have that. What do you think I did? I don't know if I wasn't really looking. Did it have an icon that tells you anything?
I don't know, but it all I saw was the words.
Maybe husbandry, that would make some sense. Use a campfire. Huh. Okay. Maybe. But there was something about... There it is. Mm-hmm. So if absolutely nothing else, I've got that, and I kind of want to hang on to it. Well, I mean, not the achievement, although I guess. But more... oh, I forgot to... I guess it wouldn't matter. If it's there, it's there. I don't know. It's stuck on the ground, so I don't think it's going to be something that's dependent too much on... Like if I break a tree out from behind the beehive, I think it'll probably float in the air, but I'm not sure. Where are you? What are you doing?
I am over at the village going to bed.
Oh, okay.
I opted to fly back because I thought it might be faster, and
yeah.
The sun went away.
Alright, so as of now, I have a beehive, which I think I'm just going to throw in my nether box, if I have room for it. If we can produce another one like that, well, we'll get more bees, and maybe you can get the achievement if you want it. Come on, go. Do pre-release. Can I don't know if these stack either. If there's bees in them, I would be inclined to doubt it. So that's something to consider. Get away from.
On my way with a shulker box mostly full of bones.
And I got a creeper watching for hobbies. Yeah, he's wandering off that way. I see you. Alright. Okay, so one thing we need to do is make like a bowling ball factory so we can just... I guess if I had wings and rockets handy, I could just fly up here. Ta-da. Is there anything good? No. So, there you go. I guess at this point I've got exactly as many... Well, technically I have one more sapling than I started with. So we might want to keep an eye out for those on the ground to make sure we have this. Not that we can't get more. Alright, it's egg. Do a chickinator too. Make a big list. I do have like a bowling ball factory on a sign on the side of a village where the prismarine factory is. Anything?
No. I assume it'll...
It was pretty evident. It was right on the side. It's not like it's hidden in the leaves, or at least it wasn't. I guess I assume that's not the case. Oh, I missed a spot. Thing. Alright, go. Oh, I think I just silk touched something. No, you need clippers for that. What did I pick up? No beehive. I really am a little curious if I just knock out the wood behind a beehive, whether I don't know why it would fall. I mean, it doesn't seem like a gravity block. It might. I guess what I'm trying to think now, and I don't know the answer, you'd think I would, is if you knock out the wood behind a cocoa bean, what happens to it? Does it pop off as an entity, or does it stay there? I think it pops. I think it falls.
Yeah.
But that is an entity. I don't know. You know what? We'll find out if we ever get another beehive. I don't see one.
It'd be really fun watching me run away and panic as the bees attack.
That's part of my reason for wondering is whether, because you're not self-touching the thing, obviously, because you're not even touching it. You're not any touching it is the point. But I don't know if it would. I don't know how the game would interpret that. See anything?
No. Yeah, we've been in multiple flower forests.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen a beehive on my computer. Well, I guess you could argue that I've seen them in videos, but that doesn't count. First time I've ever got one in my... I got an achievement, it's a thing. Nothing?
Nope.
I'm really tired of caring about getting all of it. Okay. Oh, I forgot to ask.
What?
Whether there was one on that side. I can only see half of this thing when you... Is there anything over there?
No.
Okay. Where are you? I'll stand here. Might help. No?
No.
I guess you'll probably make a pretty good noise if you do see one. That's what you're like. Oh, come on. Ah! I don't want to self-touch these leaves. It'll annoy me. Oh. It's like, what the hell monster is after us? The cat complaining that she exists out in the corridor. That's not part of the game, so you can't get that resource back. Yet. I'll think about it. Go there. Shut up! You're ruining the game. You're making people want the cat mod. What the hell is wrong with you?
Bring it here.
Oh, you brought a... Okay, she brought a toy. She went and played fetch.
She brought...
I tossed a toy like 7 years ago, and she just brought me...
It's one of the Force Awakens rats from...
God.
From,
Rat? They're what?
Well, mice. From
Mice?
Petco, they
Oh,
there was
okay.
a big
So, yes.
marketing push, and I think it's Hux as a mouse.
Okay.
She destroyed Kylo Rat.
Okay. Anything?
No. Come here.
I'm trying to think if there was ever a rat in Star Wars. There were like Womprats, right?
Yeah.
A little over 2 meters wide or in I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Those are big.
What?
2 meters wide?
Well, yeah, it's... Maybe. I mean, it depends what that even means. Because... I don't care what the width is. There's 2 more dimensions here. Well, 1 more, really, if you're going to aerial strike an animal. And who wouldn't? I was going to go to Tashi Station and murder animals.
No. Morty, it's okay.
Well, I'm like just about exactly 2 meters tall, so yeah, I get what you mean by size. It's...
That's a big rat.
I'm like, I think I'm 198 centimeters, something like that. 6.5 feet tall. So, go there. But...
No.
Yeah, I don't even know what it means, because, like, a fair number of snakes are 2 meters long. But, you know, they're the width of a submarine sandwich. So, I don't know if that means anything. Maybe? I mean, it's a rat, so we're saying it's a rat. I don't know what rat means in Star Wars, but I'm trying to. I don't know. You have to at some point you're like looking at action figures. Well, a yak face, so they have yaks apparently. Okay. There's not a rat face. That would be more like Mayor Pete or the Doctor Who species that were the most invaded planet in the galaxy. Put that there. Get up. Get up.
Nothing.
No, damn it to hell.
There's a while there where she sounded exactly like a ghast.
That's the thing. It's like, that can't be right. Okay. Let's go there. Oh, let's get. I think we're probably getting in our own way with these leaves. Might not allow it to. I don't know if it'll replace leaves. A lot of things do.
Okay.
No. Anyway, I mean, okay. Forget snakes. You're talking animals, but more than half of Varanids are more than 2 meters. Niloticus can be 2 meters. It's not common, but it can happen.
And some of them are
Theoretically, Xanthematicus could be.
long and thin and.
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm saying. It's, I mean, what's 2 meters? What are we talking about? 2 meters is a USB cord.
And that all depends on if you're measuring the tail or not measuring the tail.
Well, if we're talking about a rat, I would probably assume we're not, so that's probably a good point. So what you might be talking about is let's say it's rat-shaped. I mean, why not? I'm sure someone, Wikipedia.com or whatever the hell it is, probably has, some fanfic sketch thing. So call it rat-shaped, which means it's going to be, I don't know. What's a rat look like? Say, without the tail, the length is probably 4 times the diameter. That seems reasonable. So it's a pretty thick snake. So, I mean, you're talking 2 meters. Well, yeah. I'm 2 meters tall. My shoulders are half a meter wide easily. More than that, probably. But, the thing is that, well, and maybe they just didn't want to admit what his hobbies really were at Tashi Station, because that's just the dimensions of a guy. So he used to bomb people who were 2 meters tall and half a meter wide. Well, why?
Sorry?
No, it's a strange. Why the hell are there? Apparently you can have one. Just get the hell. Yeah, break that stuff. Anyway. Nothing.
Nothing.
Yay. It's not like it broke off and wound up in my inventory. You know what's fun? I keep trying to think of any animal to be that big. And I just keep thinking back to, there was this just abysmally, hilariously terrible film from, I don't know, probably 1981, 79, somewhere in the, not too long after Star Wars, in fact. Called, I think it was Deadly Eyes. Sounds right. It was like Scatman Crothers was in it. The old guy who knew about The Shining. Halloran, whatever his name was.
Halloran, yeah. Okay.
He was in it. And the whole premise was... you ever see, like, Alligator, the film?
Maybe.
Here's a quick backstory on films real quick. Jaws came out one day, and immediately every film ever made was about nuclear mutated... I mean, we'd had nuclear mutated Godzilla and the ants and them. But all of a sudden it was just common household animals. Alligator was like a kid went to Florida and bought an alligator hatchling. And, her dad or whatever was like, no, and he threw it away, he flushed it. And then it ate these toxic dogs. It was a thing.
toxic.
Someone doing lab animal testing was testing on dogs, and when dogs didn't work out, they threw them in the sewer because, as you do, the alligator would eat the corpses and became 50 feet long. An alligator mississippiensis, you know. Well, I mean, it's what's the Chinese one? Again, it seems like it's Sinase. I don't know what the hell it is. I'm trying to think. Whatever it was, neither existed for Temple of Doom, is what I'm saying. But there's no alligators in India. There just aren't. Huh?
Something hit me.
Oh, there's monsters coming at us.
Oh, goody.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I have something for this. You shut up. You started this whole thing. Anyway, so I think it was Deadly Eyes. There was Deadly Eyes and there was Night Eyes. And they weren't the same thing. One had nothing to do with the other, so I'm trying to think which I'm thinking of. Let's take a nap real quick.
Okay.
Apparently. And, anyway, so the film was, well, basically some Muppets. But these rats that were the size of that sheep. Well, you know, relative to people.
Creeper.
Okay. So, what the hell is that? It's fast, whatever it is. No! Can I just hit you with this?
Ow.
Well, we got one anyway, so... what the hell? Shut up. Where are you? Get out of my house! Close the door. Go to bed.
Yes,
So if we stick around, if we stick with this pre-release, we can figure out a way to do something with the one beehive. Yeah, I think we can make more. I'm pretty sure we can. I've seen it happen. And then, okay, hi. A tree grew without us, I think, so more bones.
I planted a second sapling over among some more flowers just to see if ignoring it would help.
Right. Well, is there a flower? Yeah, like that should be a good example of it, I guess. I don't see anything proving that, but it's probably true. You got that one. Because at this point we're kind of running out of time. What's in here?
All the bones that I could have.
Well, I mean, mathematically it's probably the case, unless it necessarily always grows, like, because the first one I think was right under the leaves. So I kind of wonder whether the chances improve by its height. Well, like, could it be, if it's 3 exposed logs tall, could it be on the middle one or the lowest one or whatever?
Nothing.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to check. What's bumping me? I thought you were my cat. Get away. Ow, what the hell? She's just nuts. What's there? I don't know what the hell a womprat is. Like, I'm reasonably so just anytime I want, I could just go, what does it look like? Someone will tell me. I do know, like, that, what was it, the crate dragon?
Yeah.
Which, as far as I know, was like what Kenobi was trying to sound like when he was all moaning. But, people have tried to, oh, it looks like that. Because in the film, it looked like someone took a, well, I guess like a brontosaurus skull, except that, I mean, it was a chimerosaur. And just threw it, that was the whole bunch of vertebrae on the ground. with a skull at the end. It was supposed to be a crate. Where crate isn't the same crate that was in, like, Space Bear or whatever.
Which is, of course, a disappointment.
That was like the Salt Planet, right?
Yeah.
Where the guy's walking around just tasting planets. Because who doesn't? We come in peace. You taste like salt. I'm sure I could see what someone thinks a Womprat looks like. It just sounds like a Mario thing. Kinda. A little. But, you know, an animal that's basically 2 meters, you're looking at, like, some leatherback turtles maybe might get pretty close to that. If you're talking about that shape. If you're not, just a basic saltwater crocodile is easily... Well, no, it's probably not 2 meters wide. Well, it might be. No, it isn't. It's not 2 meters wide. I don't know what that means. I just don't have the slightest idea what a 2 meter wide animal... I can think of animals that are 2 meters wide. And Ankylosaurus magnimentris easily is over 8 feet wide. Well, it died. But, you know, I can't think of any extant go-looking an animal that's really... An elephant is probably a couple meters wide. So, is that what a womprat looks? Well, I don't know if it has a trunk. It's not a pachyderm. It's a rat, apparently. I don't know what the hell that means. I'd have to know the shape of the animal to understand what they mean by 2 meters wide is the problem. Because, yeah, it could either be a fairly short USB cable or it could be a really, really big camera turtle. I don't know what the hell they want. Nothing?
Nothing.
I really can't. I know it's 1 in 20, but there's no way we cut down less than 40 at this point, you know? And we're pretty much out of time, in fact. So we got a beehive, got an achievement for it. I don't know what happens if I just hand it to you or set it down so you can break it and pick it up. We might lose all the bees in the process. We don't know what a womprat is.
Was he saying that he could hit the target because he'd hit smaller things?
No, actually, he was saying they were not much bigger than 2 meters. Which to me implies that less than 3 meters in diameter. A cow or a horse, I mean, those are things that are a couple of meters long. Maybe 3. But a horse isn't 2 meters wide, you couldn't ride it. Like, I couldn't ride it, and my legs were a meter long. I don't know. I don't know what it means. I think I'm full of things I don't even want. I got a lot of wood out of this if we meant to or not. Hi, duck. You need me to plant stuff, huh?
Yeah.
I guess I just goes there. Why not? Goes anything?
No.
Okay. So starting now, we'll give this one more try. Meaning 2 more tries. Good. Alright, go. Nothing, right?
Nothing. I assume that there would be, you know, little sound effects in the...
I don't think there was. I think it just happened.
Oh.
Kind of wonder if it can't... It doesn't make any sense that you couldn't have it in the same spot, because you know that someone's going to be doing tree farms to produce these things. And there would be fires in the streets if they didn't allow for it. I don't know. I have no idea. Alright, well, we got the one. I'm going to do some thinking about what to do with it. We can absolutely keep trying to get more. It's not getting another one now isn't really all that important. It's just, it'll happen. And then, yeah. I will probably stick with the pre-release, at least until the release comes out. Why not? I do kind of like that it mentions multiplayer up there, because sometimes I'm not sure if I've hit the thing. Like when I did something the other day that, we were map making, and I was trying to name something, and I pulled it out of the put it in slot, not the result slot. I do that sometimes when I'm trying to go multiplayer. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, we'll work on this off camera and just see you next time, I guess. So, bye. Find out what a womprat is for us, too. Bye.